Hello, welcome to Family Therapy Podcast. My name is George Chacha. Children arise. Children arise in your respective families and take up your rightful position. Children arise and take up your rightful position and perform your duty. Perform your rightful responsibility. O children, what is your role in your family? What is your role in that family where you live? Is your role to receive? Are you a spectator? Are you a goalkeeper? No, you have more than that. You are not someone who only receives school fees. You are not someone who is supposed to be fed only. You have a very big role and responsibility. The safety and the well-being of your father and mother directly affects your well-being. The safety, peace, life, and everything else that touches on your parents directly affects you because they are responsible for so many roles and responsibilities in your life. And therefore, you as a child, it's your time to interrogate yourself. It is time, oh young person, for you to get angry with yourself. Don't get angry with your parents. Get angry with yourself. You have sat by the wayside for far too long. You have been weeping. You have been crying by the rivers of Babylon, trying to sing the good songs, but still you are not getting what you really want. You are more than a captive in Babylon. You are a child of that family. You have power. You have what it takes. You can make the best negotiator, the best mediator. Young person, take up your role. Play your responsibility. Play your role. Play that what it is that you really want to do. Young person, your father and mother have been living in conflict. They have fought many wars. They have been through many phases in your family. They have scratched at each other. They have called each other names. They have punched at each other. They have done all sorts of painful things to each other. And you sit and watch. And person, you have witnessed the First World War in your family. You have witnessed the Second World War in your family. Don't wait for the Third World War in your family. Oh young person, oh child, take up your responsibility. Be involved. It is time for you to call your father and mother to a round table, and most especially if you are anything above 14. You know who has been violating the other. You know who has been the aggressor between the two of your parents. You know who has been the aggressor, and all you need to do is to call them together. Act like the Kofi Annan of our time. Call the two parents to reason. Call them to reason, oh young man, oh young woman, because you have what it takes. You have the power. And I want to encourage you that we parents respect the wish of our children. We parents, we love, we respect, and would love to listen to our children. All that, the reason why we continue fighting, the reason why we have gone overboard, the reason why we even caught for the Third World War, it's because our children have been missing in action. Children, you have what it takes. It is time for you to be angry with yourself, and it is time for you to summon your inner strength and face your father, face your mother, and ask them directly, Dad, Mom, we need to sit and talk as a family. It cannot continue going the way it has been. It is time for us to have a dialogue. It is time for you as a family to sit down and very candidly evaluate and discuss the conflict of your family. Because when these two people, when your parents separate, when your parents break up, it will affect you. It will have dire consequences on you. It will affect your mental well-being. It will affect your social well-being. You will start underperforming in your schools. You will start underperforming. You will start having conflict with your friends. You will start being a social misfit. You will find yourself losing friends. You will find yourself shying away from friends. Don't let it get to that level. Call your father with respect. Dad, I am your son, I am your child. I'm your firstborn, I'm your secondborn, or whatever. Father, mother, I beg of both of you, sit down and let's have a dialogue. It cannot continue any further. It is tearing us apart. It is destroying us. It is destroying every gain that we have built over the years. Mom and dad, for heaven's sake, let us give dialogue a chance and act like the perfect mediator. And my son, my daughter, if you do not have any negotiating or mediation skills, then this is the reason why you should enroll for one. If you do not know how to spearhead the conflict between your father and mother, then this is your time to get those skills. I want to challenge you, young person, that I was only 23 years old when I called my father to attention and I told him, Dad, I need answers from you. Please, Dad, tell me, why is it that you have moved from my mother's house? My father at first seemed reluctant, but then at some point, my father saw the consistency in me, the respect that I was having in him, and he sat down and explained to me his marital conflict. And what he gave to me as an explanation was so satisfactory that I never asked my father anything more. I never asked my mother anything more, because then I understood that there are certain things, as in philosophy they say, what was bound to be shall be. And so, like it was in my family, it had to be. Save the situation in your family. I did something to bring peace, understanding, and harmony between my father and mother. And when I ask you to act like the perfect mediators and negotiators between your father and mother, I am not asking something new. I'm not asking something from the moon. I'm asking you to do exactly what I did so many years ago. And my father died a peaceful man, leaving my mother longing for him. Whereas I recognize there are certain marriages that may be almost impossible to kind of mending and salvaging, yet, oh young people, you hold immense power, immense authority. You hold immense love, and you command a very big portion of your parents' brain. And if any of your parents is not going to listen to you, then I want to tell you that you are up a very high mountain to climb. Yet even the highest mountain has been climbed. Climb the mountain anyway. O young person, arise. Arise and take up your rightful position in that family. You are more than a spectator. You are more than just a bystander. You are a stakeholder in that family, and you can bring your parents to a round table and direct the course of mediation, direct the course of conversation, direct the dialogue in your family. Oh young person, you are more than what you think. You are not just a grasshopper. You are a giant. Arise, young person. Thank you for watching, and if you have liked this show, subscribe to the channel, click the like button, click the bell. Let us continue having a healthy debate, a healthy discussion around this, and realize a healthy family. Oh young person, arise. You have all that it takes. Thank you.